The Boeing C-17 Globemaster III is a large military transport aircraft. It was developed for the United States Air Force, USAF, from the 1980s to the early 1990s by McDonnell Douglas. The C-17 carries forward the name of two previous piston-engine military cargo aircraft, the Douglas C-74 Globemaster and the Douglas C-124 Globemaster II. The C-17 commonly performs tactical and strategic airlift missions, transporting troops and cargo throughout the world. Additional roles include medical evacuation and airdrop duties. It was designed to replace the Lockheed C-141 Starlifter, and also fulfill some of the duties of the Lockheed C-5 Galaxy, freeing the C-5 fleet for outsized cargo. Boeing, which merged with McDonnell Douglas in 1997, continued to manufacture C-17s for export customers following the end of deliveries to the U.S. Air Force. Aside from the United States, the C-17 is in service with the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, NATO Heavy Airlift Wing, India, and Kuwait. The final C-17 was completed at the Long Beach, California plant and flown on November 29, 2015. In the 1970s, the U.S. Air Force began looking for a replacement for its Lockheed C-130 Hercules tactical cargo aircraft. The Advanced Medium Stole Transport (AMST) competition was held, with Boeing proposing the YC-14, and McDonnell Douglas proposing the YC-15. Though both entrants exceeded specified requirements, the AMST competition was cancelled before a winner was selected. The Air Force started the CX program in November 1979 to develop a larger AMST with longer range to augment its strategic airlift. Top view: a cargo aircraft in flight, trailed by fighter chase aircraft. Under each unswept wing are two engines suspended forward ahead the leading edge. The McDonnell Douglas YC-15 design was used as the basis for the C-17. By 1980, the USAF found itself with a large fleet of aging C-141 Starlifter cargo aircraft. Compounding matters, USAF needed increased strategic airlift capabilities to fulfill its rapid deployment airlift requirements. The USAF set mission requirements and released a request for proposals, RFP, for CX in October 1980. McDonnell Douglas elected to develop a new aircraft based on the YC-15, under Program Manager Joe Van Dyke. Boeing bid an enlarged three-engine version of its AMST YC-14. Lockheed submitted two designs, a C-5 base design and an enlarged C-141 design. On August 28, 1981, McDonnell Douglas was chosen to build its proposed aircraft, then designated C-17. Compared to the YC-15, the new aircraft differed in having swept wings, increased size, and more powerful engines. This would allow it to perform the work done by the C-141, and to fulfill some of the duties of the Lockheed C-5 Galaxy, freeing the C-5 fleet for outsized cargo. Alternative proposals were pursued to fill airlift needs after the CX contest. These were lengthening of C-141s to C-141Bs, ordering more C-5s, continued purchases of KC-10s, and expansion of the Civil Reserve Air Fleet. Limited budgets reduced program funding, requiring a delay of 4 years. During this time, contracts were awarded for preliminary design work and for the completion of engine certification. In December 1985, a full-scale development contract was awarded, under Program Manager Bob Klepper. At this time, first flight was planned for 1990. The Air Force had formed a requirement for 210 aircraft. Development problems and limited funding caused delays in the late 1980s. Criticisms were made of the developing aircraft and questions were raised about more cost-effective alternatives during this time. In April 1990, Secretary of Defense Dick Cheney reduced the order from 210 to 120 aircraft. The maiden flight of the C-17 took place on September 15, 1991 from the McDonnell Douglas's plant in Long Beach, California, about a year behind schedule. The first aircraft, T-1, and 5 more production models, P-1, P-5, participated in extensive flight testing and evaluation at Edwards Air Force Base. 2 complete airframes were built for static and repeated load testing.